YouTube, it is super muggy outside today, man. I'm in here with the babies. They're having a little playtime. See Mr. 2020 and big girl Merle looking great. Merle and Mr. 2020. Look at this here. This is the future right here, y'all. This is the future. It's the right now. These two right here, one of a kind, man. Both one of a kind. 20 think he a stud. He been humping on everything lately. If you ain't locked in Mr. 2020 yet, I don't know what you waiting on. Look at this boy. Just perfection. Pure perfection, man. It's Merle, the most extreme pocket Merle female on the planet. Grand champion, Shamrock daughter. Y'all gonna hear me say that every time I introduce her. Look at her, man. Ridiculous. 20 checking her out. Merle's actually the last one to come in the heat. Looks like she's swelling already. I hope not. Hope she gives a little bit of time between these litters. You know, they gonna come back to back. But 20, get out, man. Look at that boy. Anywho, appreciate y'all for all your love and support, man. What we got today for you all is a few highlights from the interview we just did with Bully Talk with Zeb Pitts. Of course, there's Zeb's brand. Of course, these are not Pitts. I don't want people to get that confused. Here's some highlights from our interview. And if you'd like to watch the full interview, you can go to the link in the description. Check out my man Zeb, man. We really appreciate Zeb for coming through, having some time with us, man, and just checking out what he helped manifest. Because that interview I did with Zeb was a very pivotal interview. Very pivotal interview I did with Zeb when I first got started, man. If y'all got any questions, comments, hit me up directly. MuscleMerles.com. Go to MuscleMerles.com. Look at everything we got, man. Look at this girl. Oh, let me show y'all something. Look at Nevy right now. And Nevy's super sloppy. And this shit, she just shitted all in her cage. But look how thick she is right now. You know that girl took. You know she's pregnant. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Heavy Nevy. Look at her. Yeah. Damn, Nevy. Woo. That elephant bone and benevolent litter is gonna be ridiculous. I think she's full of pups. We're gonna confirm her next week, but I can tell already she took, man. I can tell she's huge. She is huge. Very swole right now. Look at these two. Mr. 2020, that's my man right there. What's up, 20? What's up, 20?
All right, today on Bully Talk with Zeb Pitts, I'm out here at the Muscle Merle facilities with Nikos and his daughter. What's good, big dog?
What's up, man?
Now, I see you have your daughter over here, man. How long have you been involved with helping out your dad with the dogs?
3 going on 4 years.
What is it like to deal with the dogs on the daily like this?
I would say it's fun seeing them every day, like seeing them grow from puppies to grown dogs now. I like seeing that. And taking care of litters from when they're babies is fun.
Were you reluctant at first to deal with the...
Actually, no, that was my idea to get into it.
Really?
She wanted to help from day one, man. I mean, when I started, she was 8 years old? Oh, 9. He was 9. She was 9 years old when I first got started. And every day she would come down, like in our old house, she'd come downstairs and say, "Daddy, can I help?" I'm like, no, like I gotta learn what I'm doing first. Cause I just got, like I said, I've been around dogs my whole life, but when it came to trying to, really run a program, and I had so much research, I had a, learning curve when it came to understanding how these dogs work. Even though I knew animals, I didn't know how the bully world works. When it came to, pedigrees and the prestige behind them, I had a lot I had to learn. So I was like, before you even come down here and try to help me, I want to make sure I know everything. So when I speak to you, I'm speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she had to wait her time. She had to wait for her time, and now she's doing it all.
What was it like for you to see that first litter born?
The first litter that I woke was long ago.
Yep, the first one that she was Law Ivanka. That was our second Merle breeding. Yep. And we got Ivanka from Wanda Cruz. I was Wanda Cruz in North Carolina, man. She got some of the oldest Merle blood out there. Properly bred, ABKC blotch lineage, and she's the one who helped me understand the differences in these Merle pedigrees and where they all came from, what's proper and what's not. She helped me understand that, and I bought my best foundation bitch from her at the time, and the dog we got from her is the Merle's grandmother. And now you see we got a direct Shamrock daughter in Tribe Merle. She's amazing.
Now I gotta ask, have you talked to your dad about, say, hey, we should put this breeding together? Have y'all had those talks like that before?
Yeah, every time we do a different breeding, we always go through like a list of different possible studs and possible outcomes of what puppies will come out of those litters before we actually go with one. So.
But what she was saying was, we map out like the whole year before we even get started. You know what I'm saying? And we map out, the males, the females, and the stud credits we have, and we just map out plan out the whole entire year, man. Sometimes we get stuff that interject that by, something might come out looking a lot better than we expected, and we kind of not necessarily deviate from the plan, but tweak it a little bit, and we map it all out, man. But she's so much like me. It's like working with a better, younger version of myself.
Now I gotta ask. Now, do you prefer the bullies or the new exotic that your dad just brung in? With 2020.
I say I like them both. 20 is probably easier to take care of because he's a smaller dog, and exotics in general are smaller. They don't need quite as much exercise as a full-size American bully. But I think I like them both equally.
Both equal. What do you want to do when you grow up?
A microbiologist. I want to become a microbiologist.
Oh wow! What made you spark your interest in wanting to do that?
Just like I like looking at small things underneath like a microscope and going into like different genetics. Mostly it's my science classes. I'm homeschooled, so I get to choose which science classes I like to take, and I like microbiology.
What is homeschool like?
I think it's fun. You get to pick out your own schedule, and you get to go at your own pace. So if you want to do five lessons in a day, you can do that. Like you can accelerate your path onto the next grade if you want to.
Let me ask you, Nicholas, what's the deciding factor to do the homeschooling?
School was too slow for her, man. It was really too slow for her. This is your 4th year homeschool?
Yeah.
Yeah, her 4th year homeschool, and she's been able to move so much faster. Like when she was in elementary school, man, they had her just reading to other classes, helping teachers helping teachers teach the class, and she wasn't, doing what she could be doing. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of parents understand now the opportunities of homeschooling. At the same time, how it can be a struggle for some people who don't already have structure in their life. You know what I mean? So for me, man, to be able to stop teaching, 'cause I was teaching at the same time that she was in school, and when I finished playing football, I decided to, take care of my kids every single day instead of somebody else's. By me, I'm at school. She at school 7 hours. I'm at school 7 hours teaching. She's, a student. I go pick her up, and then half the day gone by the time we interact, and we're both having the same issue. We're not being utilized the way we could be if we just had our own time. You know what I mean? So she's, accelerated so far. She's been on a college reading level for like 3 years now. And she's, like I said, head and shoulders above where I was at her age, man. She's only 12, and like that line you use, like what do you want to do when you grow up? We don't even use that. Like whatever she want to do, she can just do it now. And her being a microbiologist is something that requires a certain level of credential to have the title. But I encourage my kids all the time to be whatever you want to be right now. You create it, you manifest everything in this universe through your mind. So she's completely in control, man.
That's a great point what you said. And in the midst of what we see in the pandemic, do you see homeschooling now becoming a more of an option for parents now that they see, hey, maybe we can do this,
right? Exactly.
Instead of relying on the school system where you're taught certain things, but not so much on what you're going to need in life. Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because it's so much opportunity in the world now if you just sit and look at how much you control. You know what I mean? Why enlist your energy into something that you don't control? Like, we're literally doing something right now. We manifested all of this from the first time I spoke to you. You know what I mean? And anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, man. You just got all it takes is a level of self-belief and a level of just persistence, and not giving up on yourself, and not feeling like you can't do something because it's not vetted by somebody else. Like, I love what we're doing right now. I'm gonna have to do it by myself eventually when she move out and live her life, do whatever she want to do. But we control this, you know what I'm saying? We influence this, and how many puppies the dogs have, and how good of health they're in. All of that is related to our energetic signature. How in tune with ourselves are we? You know what I mean? And as long as we are in tune with, we're one with ourselves, that just rolls off on the dogs. And it's nothing but love in here, man. You know what I mean? So people who are successful are usually successful in a whole bunch of different things. And I think we're a good example of that, because we focus on doing the right thing all the time. And we are what we are now because we mean well. Our intention is always to do well, man. And if my daughter was to say, "Daddy, I don't want to do this no more," like I told her this all the time. Like, if you ever feel like you don't want to wake up and come out here and deal with these dogs, I'll sell them all. We can do something else. It's really that simple, because that's not why we got into it. You know what I mean? It ain't about the dollar. It's about you having the peace to do what you want during the day. You creating your own schedule. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the dogs afford us. That's what this industry allows you to do. It's like a lot of other things. There's so much other stuff we can do, man. You know what I mean? So this ain't everything.
You know, speaking of that, I know we're off topic a little bit, but this is interesting conversation, because what is the thought process with you and your daughter when it comes to the conversation like get a job? What is your thoughts behind that?
I don't believe in that. I mean, she can explain that to you. I mean,
yeah, talk about that.
You want to explain to him how you answer that question?
Instead of having a job, he encourages all of us to run our own business, and not be on a planned schedule by someone else, and to run your own day. Like, take control of your own life instead of having it scheduled by a 9-to-5 job.
Now I gotta ask. Now, have you started looking at colleges yet? Like, are you the Ivy League route, or are you the HBCU route?
Oh my God, man! Here we go. Man, I tell you this, I ain't gonna speak for you. Go ahead. She know more about She know more about colleges than I did the year before I went to college. Like, she ready to go down. Go ahead, talk. Tell her what your plans are.
No, my dream college to go to would be UCLA. The only problem with that is it's so far away from home. Daddy would rather me go closer. So my top college would be UCLA. Number 2 would be UC Berkeley or Virginia Tech.
Oh, VT. You say you gotta go to your apple water.
Yeah, she's trying to be nice by saying VT. VT is really beneath her level of, you know what I mean, her level of expertise, because she's way beyond where I was academically. Way beyond.
You know, with your field that you're going into with the microbiology, what's the top school in the country as far as the microbiology?
You know what it is.
Harvard.
It's Harvard.
UCLA is on the list too, and UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley is higher than UCLA, which is why that would be my number 2. UCLA, just like the atmosphere and the feel of it, is what I like.
Oh, you like the LA?
Yeah. Like, when I lived in LA playing with the LA Kiss, they loved it out there, man. They love it out there. Like, they did not want to come back over here. You know what I mean? So she's pretty well traveled for her age. She done been everywhere I done been. So, UCLA is a nice college, but at the same time, I'd rather her be, a few hours away where I can take a ride and go see her.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.